I'm Mark Allen, and I'm visiting with Julee Becker, the superintendent of Slaton ISD. Ms. Becker, there's some wonderful things happening at Slaton ISD, and the closest thing in mind this week and into next week is the girls' basketball team advancing to by district.
Yes, sir. We are so excited. If you haven't had a chance to come out and see the Tigerettes play, it's a beautiful thing in motion. Never seen a team play with more heart or seen a team that's better coached than they are. It is fun. We hope people can come out because we'll be playing Presidio. We're going to be in Monahans. Big send-off at 1 o'clock on Monday. There at the school, we have a police escort out of town. Invite everybody to come out, and then come on out. It's almost a 3-hour drive, but it'll be worth it to see our Tigerettes beat Presidio and move on to the next round. We are confident in our girls.
Well, I know we interviewed Coach Klafka yesterday, and folks listening might want to go listen to his audio and the interview that took place there. And what a great thing. It's always good to make it into playoffs and have these opportunities. And the drive is quite a bit of fun when it's a playoff game, too.
Absolutely. We're going to have our music. We're going to sing. We're going to we're going to make it a road trip.
have a fun time. It's fun, everybody caravanning together at the same time.
Absolutely.
Let's go on to the next thing. I know there's some changing going on the football side of things. Coach Chad Terry has announced that he was going to be moving to Plains, and staff changes are going to take place. Would you tell us a little bit about what's going on with all that?
Absolutely. Yeah, he sure did announce that. Our board accepted his resignation last night at our board meeting, I'm so proud of them because they have never seen a board be more supportive of an AD. We appreciated everything Coach Terry did, and I appreciate the board for allowing him to bring in a group of coaches that are very dedicated to our kids. We're excited about Coach Robinson. He's a guy that's committed. He is so humble. The kids love him, and he's going to work them hard, and we expect to have a really good football season next year. Our motto is respect, responsiveness, and ownership. And both Coach Robinson and then Coach Klafka, who is interim athletic director for us, they are both the epitome of those things. They have a lot of ownership in our district. We want to keep our coaches intact and continue to do the hard work that they've been doing of building both boys' and girls' lives. Very, very important role coaches play. And so we're really appreciative that we have Coach Rob and Coach Klafka that are stepping up and stepping in, and we aren't going to miss a beat. The kids are hard workers, and character integrity are what we're about.
And they've got a great teamwork going on within the team and everything. What's the process, the next steps on the AD situation? What's the process on that?
Yes, sir, that's a good question. We are posting that and getting interest internally. Often what happens if you have somebody on the inside already working for our district, then that's better for kids, because we're able to not miss a beat and just keep on going. So the AD position, post it internally. There's a 10-day wait legally on hiring somebody new for a position, and so that's what we're in the process of right now. So as soon as we hire somebody for that AD position, we will let everybody know and make a very proud announcement at that time.
Well, good changes are taking place, and another change that's going on is y'all started. You've met with some people on a community luncheon about upcoming needs and stuff and things happening at Slaton ISD. Would you like to share a little bit about that with us too this morning?
Oh, I would love to. Very excited. We have a community that is so supportive of our schools, and there are some facilities needs that. Because of the aging buildings that we have, they've been well maintained, but the infrastructure, when it's 100-year-old pipes, those need to be switched out so that we can go another 100 years. And there are some infrastructure kinds of things that our board and our community know need to be taken care of. With the $3.8 billion cuts that we as Texas Public Schools were privy to 2 years ago, we lost about $1 million a year here in our district with those cuts. While they've restored some of those, they've also put in new legislation that requires us to spend money on things we didn't used to spend it on. So we are going to be looking to get support from the community again in order to do the kinds of bigger things to update our facilities and to protect the investment that our community has made over the last 103 years in having facilities that are up to date, that provide our students with the very best opportunities for success in academics. We did have a community luncheon in which we are inviting about 40 people at a time to come in, and then we and talk about what our vision is and get their feedback. And we'll be having several of those. We'll be having community meetings. We will be somewhere near your listeners, and we want to really invite them to give us feedback. You know, you've been good, and the Slaton ISD's been good to put our survey online. We've had about 262 people, I think, respond to that to just tell us what they can support. And so soliciting feedback from the community is the stage that we're in right now. Our schools belong to our community, and it's really, really important that we get feedback. And so very thankful for our local media in helping us do that.
Well, I understand, the school, the patching and the mending, since I've been there, and I understand some of the patching. I mean, I run a pretty big facility working with Mercy Retreat Center.
Yes,
you can only patch and mend so much stuff, and then sometime in here you just got to say we've got to figure out something to take this so we can get some new stuff in here, because our patching and mending is costing us more in time and more in material and stuff, and to move on. And then I recognize following Slaton and what's taking place with good things progressing with the time. There's just some things that need to be done, and unfortunately, it costs money.
Yeah, it does. That copper pipe that's 75 years old, we can't weld anymore. We're having to do our own retrofitted rubber fittings to get the pipe to where we don't have huge leaks. So that's just one part of the infrastructure. There's some really exciting things too. I know that listeners probably remember last year we were talking about purchasing a separate facility to try to do a vocational technical center, and we have pulled that off of our list of projects. We're going to update. We still have exactly the same outcomes we want. We want to certify kids in welding. We want to continue to offer small engine, those kinds of things, but we're going to try to do that on the Slaton High School campus. Mm-hmm. So that's a change from last spring. The other thing we're going to do is we're looking at keeping Stephen F. Austin open, not combining those two campuses. So continuing to get the vertical alignment, making repairs at SFA. We listen to the community. Lots of people who want that building to stay the way that it is as far as serving children goes. So we're talking about some updates to that building. Just lots of really exciting things that we can't wait to share. Yes, sir.
Well, why don't we do this again next Friday if it works out schedule-wise, and maybe we can talk about a little bit more of the different things that are happening, the exciting things that are going on at Slaton ISD.
Absolutely. We would love that. Thank you so much.
Well, Ms. Becker, thank you for your time this week, and we'll talk with you again soon, and we'll visit again next week. I'm Mark Allen for MySlaton.com. Bye-bye.